Wednesday and welcome to PM Express Corporate Wednesday. Now, the automobile industry in Ghana is becoming very competitive as manufacturers on a yearly basis are putting together newer and modern cars. However, in Ghana, most people prefer what we call home use cars to brand new ones for several reasons. Statistics of imported home use cars in Ghana far outnumbered brand new cars, according to the 2011 records from the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority. Tonight, we'll take a look at the dynamics in the automobile industry in Ghana and perceptions about used cars and brand new ones. You could possibly drive away a brand new car if you want, maybe tomorrow. But, well, we will take a look at Ghana's prospects in the automobile industry as well. And you can join us by text 1760. Post your comments on our Facebook wall, facebook.com/multi-TV world. My name is Stephen Anti. And tonight I have with me in the studio, to my immediate left, Amma Orleans Lindsay, Public Relations Manager of Toyota Ghana. And then next to her, I have Jerry Ando Mensah, who is National Sales and Marketing Manager of Toyota Ghana. Gentleman and lady, it's great to have you here.
Thank you.
I want a brand new car. How easy is it to get one? I'll start with you. Ladies first, maybe I'll start with you.
Very easy. Just walk into the showroom.
Easy.
Ask for the price of any of the vehicles you want. Pay down your cash. Walk away with it.
Easy.
Easy.
Is it that easy?
Very easy.
Okay. I don't want to go further. So, because, I mean, easy depends on how much you earn, really, and how much you are able to raise and deposit for a brand new car. So walk us through the dynamics of typically, I mean, I know that Toyota Ghana has done incredibly well, and you've won several awards for your performance in the automobile industry. So, I mean, ideally, how do people get about owning brand new vehicles?
Well, customers call into the showroom to make inquiries. We have sales staff who go out to canvas for sales. So they require the request for a proof of my invoice. We issue a proof of my invoice. We negotiate, come to terms. Then the next thing is customer pays, we deliver.
So individuals buy brand new cars?
Yes.
I always thought that companies buy brand new cars more than individuals. So, for example, if you have somebody who works in an establishment, an institution, it could be a bank, it could be a media house, and your salary is, say, 1,500 Ghana cedis. You can never own a brand new car, right? You shouldn't dream about it. Let's be realistic.
You can.
You can.
You can. Now, especially the banks are making it easy for people, individuals, to own vehicles. It used to be very difficult to access financial support, bank loans. Now, sometimes they even knock on doors.
Yeah.
They have people who go around soliciting for customers or clients to come take up loans, of course with interest.
Yeah.
You know. So now it's easier. You come to the showroom, you have the vehicle of your choice, you pick the invoice like Jerry has said. Then you see your bankers. And then, like you said, they go through, if you're a salaried worker, it's even easier. If there's a company that can guarantee that you work there and you get your salary every month, and they can say that, yes, it can probably even be deducted at source, makes it easy. Then they pay us, and then they spread it for you for a number of, normally it's between 1 and 5 years.
I see.
Yes,
So 1 and 5 years, you could be driving away your own car. So now let's branch a little away from Toyota Ghana, how you do it there. How would you describe the automobile industry in Ghana today? I'll start with you, Jerry.
Well, the automobile industry in Ghana is quite competitive. We have a lot of players in the business. Lots of models are available. Price wars are going on. There's a lot of dynamism that goes into the automobile industry in Ghana, and it's a growing business. It started off quite small, but gradually it's picked up, and we have a lot of players that are coming in. Traditionally, it used to be Toyota and some few other companies, but now we have others coming in from the Asian market, also coming in from Europe to really come do business here, because like we all say, the economy is booming, and obviously you'd find that more companies would want to come and take part of the cake.
And how are your I mean, Toyota, if I don't want to narrow down on Toyota specifically, but looking at the competition, looking at the number of cars that are in the system that are not brand new, those are also competing with established institutions like Toyota Ghana. So how are you leveraging that type of competition and still keeping yourself in business?
It's interesting. The used car market and the brand new car market all have their customers that they would want to target. Like we started off looking at prices, looking at model specifications, and looking at designs. Each one of these players would have a certain target that you would be going to. There might be crossovers, but obviously we all have our parts that we play. We take parts, they also take parts. So it depends on consumer behavior sometimes to really know where you can fit in.
So the used cars are not exactly competition for you, if I understood you clearly, or they are, but you get your way around them.
They are competition, but it's healthy competition.
So if you take, for example, somebody wants to buy, let's say a 2-year-old car, not 2-year-old, let's say you want to buy a Toyota Camry, you want the 2010 model. Is it possible you can get the 2010 model brand new with Toyota Ghana?
The 2010 model, yes, you can.
You can?
You can.
Because the perception in the minds of many people is that when the year ends, that's it. The vehicles you have in stock for the previous year are all gone.
No, new vehicles have, how should I put it? They have a period for new models to come up. It might take about 3 years, it might take 4 years, it might take 5 years, depending on the original production design setting that the manufacturer took into designs. And so you could be in 2012 and have 2010 models that are still in production. So it's possible to have 2 years retroactive.
And on the market here in Ghana, my understanding is that usually it's not all the models that come into maybe Africa or Ghana, or that's also a wrong perception.
I don't get the question very well.
For example, I mean, Toyota Venza, for example. I think I've come into your showroom to want to ask for cars, you know, Toyota. And I was particularly interested in seeing a Toyota Venza. At the time, I don't know if you have it now, but I didn't see. And my understanding, I didn't get this explanation from your people, I must be honest. But my understanding possibly is that the Venza is not acclimatized to the Ghanaian terrain. Is that what it is with vehicles?
I get what you mean. Well, for us in Toyota, we are authorized dealers. And authorized dealers are they are defined as to what products they can sell within which market. Toyota produces vehicles market segment by market segment. They look at the terrains that we operate in, they look at the environment, our road surfaces, our driving attitudes. All these things would go into a design for a particular vehicle for a particular market. So if you are an authorized dealer, because of warranty issues, you will be defined to sell a product that has been defined for that market. For instance, Venza. If we take Venza, the design of Venza might not be very suitable for our terrain here. I'm not suggesting that Venza is not good to do that.
I understand.
But the design composition of Venza will not be well suited for our environment. So as an authorized dealer, the manufacturer will not allow you, knowing your capabilities for service support, to trade in such a product.
I see. So, Amma, for example, what Jerry is talking about means that you are also in a position to advise potential clients, customers who want to buy cars on what to do and what car could be suitable, right?
Yes. But we even take it, or we have taken it a step further. There's a brochure that's an educative material that we distribute to our customers, to the general public, to know why you need to buy from an authorized dealer. And in there, you have all these issues that Jerry just raised, the climate reasons why manufacturers produce for particular markets, the fuel quality, the terrain, the weather, you know, all these things go into why they produce for specific markets. Because for us, for example, we do 4 quality tests, samples are sent to the manufacturer. And We produce engines that are suitable to the kind of fuel that we have, the grade that we have. So we do advise and educate the public. If you need to buy a car, it's good to buy a car that has been made for your terrain. That's what gives you what we call peace of mind motoring. Peace of mind. You buy a car that's not made for us, and soon you're having this problem or that problem. It's all Toyota anyway, but because it's not made for our terrain, probably you have suspension issues, and ours are made to suit that. It's reinforced because you know our roads and all. Yeah, sometimes they have issues. So we have the shocks that are heavy duty shocks. Everything is reinforced. We have severe user package to suit our terrain. So it's best to buy that which is made for your region.
I see. It's the first time I'm hearing this. I mean, I would have thought that if I went to, let's say, the open market to buy a home used car from, let's say, the States, the US, it could be the same as the brand new one here. But you're telling me that you could
about 10 Toyota Corollas standing. Each one will be different in make.
I see.
Yes. Like Ama said, if you take the suspension designs for vehicles that are coming to terrains where obviously we have potholes that are manholes, the stress on the vehicle will be different compared to a terrain where it's a level ground and you're driving on smooth pave always. The materials of construction will be different. Let me just use this as an example. Even the coating beneath the vehicles to prevent rust. The leveling of the coating will be different for a product meant for a market such as ours compared to a product, say, for maybe Germany or for an American environment. As we drive here, we have lots of pellets on the road. Tires could pick pellets. Just be rolling beneath it, would get a coating off. The coating is meant to bring about a defense mechanism against rust, because as you remove the coating, you get close to the metals. With the environment close to the sea, rusting can easily set in. So the leveling of coating for a product coming to Ghana will be different from a product going to America. And all these things would come with an added cost.
I see.
So you need to be very careful.
So let me come back to you, Ama. I've heard people say that owning a vehicle is a necessity. It's no longer luxury as it used to be. How true is this now in the 20th century? In the past, perhaps it was, but how true is it that now owning a vehicle is not luxury anymore?
I think you and I both drive, and you know how true that has become.
Staying in the truck.
It even used to be a status symbol that we have a car. But now, it's very necessary. We all wake up so early. Everybody has to get to work on time. Things move, business is booming now. It's all because now we have realized the need to move fast. And for convenience, for speed, for efficiency, yes, now you need to be on your own. Move as and when you need to, and then get things done. And the point about, Jerry was saying something about, I think it's something you asked earlier, about how we strategize with or position ourselves when it comes to the used car market. You know that the other thing with used car is that you buy it, it doesn't come with a warranty. It's already used, it has issues. More often than not, I'm not here to say anything about it, but sometimes they come down with their own issues, yes, and they have their own problems. But you buy a new car, for the next 3 years, there's warranty on it. That warranty means that anything that affects the car as you drive that can be attributable to manufacturer's design is fixed at the dealer's expense. Peace of mind, sleep. Anything you have within the first 3 years or 100,000 kilometers. I'm talking about Toyota Ghana now, because our warranty condition is for 3 years or 100,000, whichever comes first. So this is an added advantage to position yourself as a dealer to sell or to let your customers have a reason to buy a new car. That's another way we position ourselves, yes, to leverage on the market.
I see. So I'll come to you, Jerry, again. I'm very keen in the brand new car, and I wish I could buy one off the shelf for my wife for a birthday or something. It would be nice, really. I mean, people have dreams like these. So tell me, typically Toyota Ghana, your average clientele. I've asked you that question of your average clientele, but tell me, how good is business among these types of clientele you deal with? Individuals, companies.
Are you talking about the ability to purchase from us?
Yes, yes.
It's like we said, we have individuals who purchase from us. We have corporate bodies that would purchase from us. We have individuals who go through financing to purchase from us.
Yeah.
So it's possible.
So what I'm saying is that, how good is that business for you? Are you breaking even? Are you getting more people coming and buying cars to the extent that you are comfortable? You're just sitting back and relaxing and servicing their needs.
If I'm to give you a group cycle over 5 years,
I will be surprised.
It's always been positive. And we think it's because we have good customers who have been loyal to us. Our products have also been loyal to them, and they keep coming back to us. And it gives an indication that sincerely business is okay. Because over the past 5 years, we've always been having positive growth. And it's an indication that on both sides, customer side and our side, things are going on well.
Things are going well. I want you to speak a bit louder. We're getting very low sound. So tell me, talking about that, I mean, business seems to be going well on the positive trajectory. What is Toyota Ghana's core business? You just sell cars?
We sell vehicles. We support the vehicles that we sell by service and spare parts. So three things that we do. We sell the vehicles itself. We support the vehicles we sell by spare parts. And also we have good after-sales service support them.
So Ama, why would you, or maybe I should ask it this way, how will you convince anybody to come to Toyota? What is the conviction level that you can give to anyone who wants to come to Toyota?
I think you are better off buying your Toyota vehicle from Toyota Ghana because of the authority we have as a sole distributor. So we have the manufacturer's support. And if you have that, it means that any vehicle you sell, you have the people who go for the specialized training on that car.
I see.
They come with the skills needed. They come with the manuals necessary. They come with the special tools. And then they can handle the vehicles the Toyota way we call it. That's how to handle a Toyota in a particular way. So when you buy your Toyota from Toyota Ghana, you have this kind of support that is quite difficult to get elsewhere. Apart from that, you'll be better off buying from us because we have branches almost all over. As we speak, we have a branch in Tema, we have one in Accra, we have one in Kumasi, we have one in Takwa. And then we also have affiliates. We call them service centers or service shops. We call them Toyota Ghana authorized service shops. These are independent garages that we groom. We identify and groom. And then we train them up to the Toyota standard with the necessary requisite tools and the skills to man Toyota cars the way they ought to. And we are strategic in this selection. So for now, even though we don't have a branch in the northern region, we have such a service shop in the northern region. In Tamale, you find one that's called Answari Company Limited. That services the northern sector, Upper East, Upper West, the northern region. We have one in Takrady called Kwansa that also services the booming oil business there.
I see, yeah.
Strategic, you know. You come to Cape Coast.
I like the reference to booming oil industry.
It's important to meet the needs of all the sectors, yes. So you see where your target is and you try to take your service closer to their doorstep. Right. That is why we also have one for the Takwa, for the mining sector. They have also tried our vehicles and they know it's good for their harsh terrain. So they used to eat us a lot, the miners. So we have one there too. And then we also have one service shop in Ho for the Volta region and its environs. Yes, you go there too.
So mainly means you're everywhere in the country.
We are trying
and
to
so
be. Yes,
nobody who wants to buy a brand new Toyota should have difficulty in reaching you at all. Well, my name is Stephen Anti and you're watching PM Express. It's Corporate Wednesday and tonight we're discussing the fate of the automobile industry in Ghana, and we have ladies and gentlemen who are from Toyota Ghana walking us through what you need to do to get yourself a brand new Toyota. We'll take a short break, and when we return, I'll tell you how you can prioritize to get a brand new Toyota. Stay with us. Welcome back to PM Express Corporate Wednesday. Now, Blue Rose Limited is a leading real estate developer with one of the economical and affordable rates in Africa. It presents to you Shelter for All with over 10 years experience in the real estate industry. Blue Rose Limited has won awards for the best low-income and affordable housing developer in Africa, and also an International Quality Crown Awards for its outstanding performance in the housing industry. Due to this, Blue Rose Limited is sharing these successes and awards with all its clients by giving out a free 40-inch flat-screen television and a multi-TV dish to anyone who buys a house from 17th of December to 17th of January 2013, from 17th of December 2012 to 17th of January 2013. The site is located at Blue Rose City near Bujumbura, with amenities like schools, roads, shopping centers, crèche, clinic, and a recreation center. For more information, you can call 020-209-9622 or 020-435341. The numbers again, 020-209-9622 or 020-435341. Rush now and be a proud owner of a house. Be proud to own your house. Blue Rose Limited, quality and affordable housing for all. Well, welcome back to PM Express Corporate Wednesday, and we're discussing the fate of the automobile industry. You can still send us your text 1760 or post your comments on our Facebook walls, facebook.com/multi-TV world. So let me come back to you, Ama. I know Toyota Ghana, you had a lot of problems during the flood. How have you survived the flood?
That's a baby.
That's our baby. It was quite challenging. It wasn't easy. It affected a lot of vehicles, new vehicles, customers' vehicles in the workshop, customers' vehicles at our body and paint shop, and it was a big blow. But unfortunately, step by step, with good planning, and I have to give it to our customers, they were very cooperative. They cooperated a lot, and we had to strategize. There were some cars which were really, really affected. They had to be written off. So we gave our customers options, whatever they want. Some people came in, they said, okay, my car, I don't want it again, but I do need a car. So you value it in the state it was before the floods. Let me top up, get a new one. So some people opted for that. They got new ones.
Wow.
Yes. Some people said, I don't want it. I don't have what it takes to top up, get a new one. Just pay me off, let me walk. So we did that.
You did that.
Yes. But there are some which were quite on a higher ground. So they were not affected that
Pretty
much.
much affected.
Yes. So those ones we had to repair. And that's where I think our customers did well, because they had the patience to wait. Some the parts that were affected are not parts that you pick off the shelves. So some of the parts had to be made for the chassis numbers for that particular place. And they waited and we fixed. And a year ahead, I think that we're almost done with all of them. So I'll use this opportunity to say a big thank you to all our customers whose vehicles were affected for their cooperation and support. They did very well, and I think they've brought us where we are now.
Okay, so apart from Toyota cars, maybe I should switch the next question to you, Jerry. Apart from Toyota cars, do you service any others?
By way of service, we only do Toyota vehicles.
Right.
But then if you talk about body and paint section, there we take in other vehicles that are not Toyota vehicles, and we work on them.
Right.
But strictly, if it has to do with service, it has to be Toyota vehicles that we
Strictly
service.
Toyota.
Yes.
Right. Before we went on the break, I was telling our viewers that in getting a brand new car, you really must prioritize. Give us a layman's calculation on how you can get about to, manage. If you're an average worker and you want to buy a brand new car, I doubt if you can just get up and just go and buy. So walk us through. I know you might not have because you are not a customer of Toyota, you might not know exactly, but reasonably, I mean, you have background in finance. How should an individual who earns, say, X amount on every month go about owning a brand new car?
Buying a vehicle now, like you said initially, is not like looking at just an issue of aesthetics. A vehicle now is a means of transport. There's an added value to owning a vehicle. So it's something that has to be given a serious thought. You should plan to purchase a vehicle. It shouldn't be an off-the-shelf thought. I sincerely think that no matter your salary, no matter your income, where your wages will be coming from, if you plan steadily towards the purchase of a vehicle, you would be able to purchase it. What I mean is that start saving towards buying a new vehicle. And within your own calculations, you would be able to do it. If you're not able to finance 100% yourself, there are other sources of raising money to top up. You could go through the leasing companies, you could go through the financing companies, and there are lots of microfinancing companies around that could support
and
you.
You could break even
and
buy a car.
But if you start off from somewhere, I'm sure your repayment amount would also come down, because then at least your initial deposit to purchase would be reasonable. So
Amma, do you do high purchase? I mean, you spoke earlier about going to the banks, but is it like high purchase?
Ourselves as a company?
Yes.
No. We have financial partners or finance partners who take care of the finance needs of our customer base. So if you come and then you need support to purchase your car, we introduce you to them. In any case, we work with all the banks. So if you have your own bank that is ready to support you to get a new car, no discrimination. That is fine. But we don't, as a company, lease or finance or do any such thing.
Why don't you do that? I mean,
we used to do that.
You're having problems? You were having challenges? You would like to share with us those challenges?
And I think it's quite generic. It's quite generic. You sell 800 vehicles, and the money you have right now to go and replace can buy 200.
Wow. Because
the 600 you sold on credit. And some are paying, some are not paying. You are now going to use the money that they have not paid to chase them, because you need people who, there are companies who take up this issue and go around scouting for your money for you.
Debt
collectors. You have to pay them to go and then move around chasing people, getting your money. There's a lot of stress.
And the truth is that the financing, auto finance is a whole empire on its own. Yeah. That if you are into the business of selling vehicles and you want to add on to it's an auto finance issue, it's quite complex. You need the resources, you need the abilities and capabilities to really sustain yourself within an environment as such. So that's why it became increasingly difficult for us to sustain.
So all you did is to offload your problems onto the banks.
No,
for the banks
we have an arrangement with the banks.
Yeah.
Truthfully, if somebody comes to us, let me say, if we are conduit to the bank, okay, because we have a relation with the banks, sometimes we're even able to negotiate your interest for you very well with the banks. And as a bank would come down their, cost of loans, we obviously would also issue a good discount. So because of the personality we have with the banks, we come down on discounts, we're able to negotiate. We want our customers to purchase from us. So please, if you're able to give this particular customer this good interest rate, business will go on. And it's a mutual agreement. Win-win for all of us.
So it is also good to focus on your core business. You are more efficient then.
Yeah.
then they are more efficient, they are more productive. Yes.
So your core business you're focusing on is the automobile business. Right. So tell me, do you see a future in the automobile industry from the angle of the dealers? I mean, brand new dealership. Do you see a future in there?
There's an
So Jerry, you take that.
There's a positive thoughts about the future of automobile business in the country, globally. Of course, globally it will trickle down to our side of the world as well. I'm saying this thing because it used to be just a few players in the industry. And like I said initially, now we have lots of them coming in. And it's just because nobody would go into a terrain.
That's some of your challenges, right?
That's it. We had a cake.
We'll talk about
people are
that
taking the
challenge.
cake, and it's just a proof that it just goes to indicate that business is going. Right. That is why others are also coming in. So there's a very, very positive future for business of this nature.
So I mean, you're optimistic. You're letting me understand that you're optimistic. Yet you sound a bit cautious in trying to project the challenges. Are there challenges at all that you face as automobile dealers? I'm not even narrowing down on Toyota Ghana, but what are some of the major challenges in the automobile industry? Is it clearing off your cars from the ports, or what? I mean, what are some of the major challenges?
There are challenges, both in and out. Clearing of vehicles, like you said, there are challenges with clearance. There are challenges with, Ghana, we have issues with bureaucracy, having to go through other processes to get your product out, to issue out to a customer. Challenges with financing, consumer behavior. There are a lot of challenges within the system. But then these challenges are not challenges that cannot be solved. Yeah. They are challenges that definitely will have solutions. And I'm certain that going forward, it will be solved.
So do you drive a brand new Toyota yourself, Jerry?
Yes.
You do, and Amma also, definitely. So have you driven home use cars before?
Of course, yes.
Right. The reason I'm asking this is for you to maybe put yourself in the shoes of a typical person who uses a home use car and a brand new car, and tell me what difference you think.
The truth is that at the end of the day, deciding to buy a new vehicle, you'd assume that cost of purchase is high. Yeah. But the running cost of a used vehicle compared to a new vehicle can never, ever be equaled.
So that's where the advantage comes in, right? I mean, if you buy a used car, you spend so much money in servicing. Tomorrow your shocks are down, you have to go and change it. Tomorrow your sump is leaking, you have to go and patch it.
Whoever sold a used car to you would never give you the true service history of the vehicle. You might be buying a vehicle.
My director was telling me that I'm speaking from experience. I used to drive a Passat, which gave me so much problems that I just decided to just let go.
I hope the Passat dealer doesn't hold your neck for saying this.
No, I brought the Passat from UK, really. Okay. So I think the problem was to just swap the steering from right to left, and that was the end of the road. It gave me so much electrical problems here and there. So this is what you don't get when you drive a brand new car.
Vehicle. Yeah.
And you would advise that young ones like us, should go in for the brand new ones.
Yeah. Another truth is that every brand new vehicle comes with a manual. The manual gives you, the layperson, the basic rudiments as to how to go about your vehicle's maintenance from a basic level. But in a used vehicle,
there's nothing.
Yes. I can guarantee that about 40% or 50% might not come with manuals. Even if they come with manuals, they might be manuals that are not original. There might be some universal manual that somebody is just putting in there. So there's a lot of risk, trying to buy a new vehicle, a used vehicle.
So when you buy a brand new vehicle, what you're telling me is that you save money in the long run.
In the long term.
And that savings is substantial, that you can plow back into anything you want to do.
That's it. That's it. Because if you buy a used vehicle, you need to bring the vehicle up to state before you can. I mean, driving a vehicle is like having a baby. You cherish it, you nourish it. So if you're driving a vehicle that you are not confident about, you feel bad. So obviously you pump more money into getting it to spec it.
Give it some, you know, swag.
That's it.
And all this time, the person who bought the new vehicle is having peace of mind motoring.
Yeah.
His fuel consumption is low. He's buying less fuel than you are buying. His servicing cost is low because he's just doing PM, not just preventive maintenance. Regular, yes, just regular maintenance, just routine servicing. You are always going for repairs. Repairs, this is broken, this is down, you are fixing this, you are replacing this part. Even the new car person, if he has a major problem that requires repairs, most often than not, if it can be attributable to a manufacturer's defect, he gets it replaced at no cost to him.
But usually the problems with brand new cars are not that much, right? I mean, you get basic problems like maybe you need to change your fan belt, you need to do your regular change of oil, and you need to...
I mean, an engine has a cycle for repairs, which obviously every new vehicle would go through the same cycle. Now, Emma was talking about something, and she was about exposing when this thing came in. If you purchase a used vehicle, assuming you run your vehicle for a commercial purpose, count the downtime. I mean, you took a loan from the bank to purchase a vehicle. The vehicle has to run to service the loan. But because it's a used vehicle and it's giving you problems and it's packed,
and you are still servicing
the loan.
You have to. The banks will not understand.
As against purchasing a new vehicle from an authorized dealer who has a spare part support, who has a service support, gives you 3 years warranty. In case of any downtime, some would even go to the extent of giving you a courtesy vehicle to run, whilst we take our time to source the parts.
So Toyota will give you a courtesy vehicle?
Yes.
You're making owning a brand new car very tantalizing. I wish it was that easy.
If the condition becomes that stiff that we have to issue a courtesy vehicle,
you do,
to our customer, when it becomes very, very, very needful, why not?
So let's talk about fuel efficiency.
Okay.
I mean, if you take a brand new car, let's say you have a Toyota Corolla, which is a 1.8 liter engine, and you have another Toyota Corolla, which is 1.8 liter engine, and it's used car. The two of them, I mean, what's the level of fuel efficiency for your cars?
The running fuel efficiency will be different. Engines are designed to run, but then with age, with time, with cycles of running, cylinders will be wearing out, wear and tear will be setting in. So your consumption of fuel per distance covered will not be the same as a new vehicle that is running at its optimum designed settings. So definitely running a used vehicle, your fuel consumption, your fuel efficiency will be lesser compared to a new vehicle.
Right. So Amma, tell me now. Let's do the maths, the calculations. When somebody wants to buy a car from you today, if we get a phone call from outside to say we want to buy a car, what would be your advice to this caller?
It depends on the particular needs of that person. Somebody would want a family car. Somebody has a family of 5. Of course, he has the children 5. They are the wife or the husband. We are talking 7 here. So for such a person, you are not going to advise him to buy a Corolla or a Yaris. You are going to get him a 7-seater. Yes. So the person is going for a Prado, or is going for a Fortuner, or is going for a Land Cruiser. There might be somebody who will also call, and is a young person who's just started, and his budget is not that high. And for such a person, you are not going to advise him to buy a Land Cruiser. You are going to talk to him to get a Yaris. A Yaris is fine for that person. So it actually depends on the needs of that person. You'll have to talk to the person and find out what he really needs. Yes. What use he's going to put that vehicle to. Then you can tell him what is good for him or her. Yes.
So it's a case by case. I mean, if you call in, you first have to establish the individual's needs. Then what? Then you start talking about funding, financing. If they have cash to pay you, good riddance.
All the better.
If not, then you will what? Are you the one to say go to bank A, B, C, or you would advise them to go and see their bankers? You told me that you have some banks you work with.
Most people come in having their own bankers. But if you don't, yes, there are some banks that, but we work with all the banks. But some people have lower interest rates than others. Like Jerry was saying, there are some we have really good relationships with, some we can negotiate with. Say, bring this person's interest down, and then let's do business. Some listen. So it's good to introduce such people to such banks.
So Jerry, tell me, which of your cars, the models, are the fastest selling? Can you say that? Can you tell us?
All our models are good selling.
Okay, but which one is hot cake?
Well, you know, if you look at...
I mean, I've seen a lot of Yaris in the system, and they definitely come from Toyota.
Okay. If you look at our setting in Ghana, our economic setting in Ghana, there's a lot of economic activities that are going on. Construction, oil, mining, and private individual businesses. And most of these vehicles would want a utility vehicle, a vehicle that I can use for personal use, I can use for commercial use. So in our setting, in our market, the pickups, they sell quick because of the utility.
I see.
It's multi-purpose. Somebody can drive a vehicle, a pickup for personal use. Somebody can drive it for commercial use. So the pickups are really, really selling up.
That's a very honest answer, right? I mean,
yes.
it doesn't mean that the others... It doesn't mean that the others are not selling, but yes.
It cuts across.
So what about the Evan minibuses that are used for trotro? Yes. We see a lot of rickety trotros in town, and sometimes you wonder whether you can ever sit in one and get home in full peace.
I wonder why people are not purchasing new vehicles for trotro, but there are lots of, most of the highest buses that you see in town goes through auto finance.
I see.
It's a strong area where the banks are really, because it's a secured business. Yes. If I finance a bus that will be making trips daily to be able to service the loans that I've given out, why not go there? So most of the buses you see around are being financed by the banks and some finance companies. Then we have individuals who are purchasing their saloon vehicles as well. The SUVs are also doing very well in Ghana, I must confess, because it has some prestige to it. I don't know what the mid SUV range.
And sometimes the roads, I mean...
Because of our road lanes.
Yes. The 4x4s.
If you live in a place where your road is bad, obviously you spend so much in servicing your non-SUV car. So, what about crossovers, crossover SUVs like...
the mid-range?
Mid-range, like Venza. Venza is mid-range. So what about those ones? Do you get people coming in to say, I want a Venza, for example, models which you don't have on your market? Do you get it for the person?
We do, but then the bracket for them is quite small. I'm talking about inquiries,
yes,
but not us bringing them in.
Okay.
We don't. Like I said, we have because we sell under manufacturer's authorization. We are limited as to what we can pick to sell.
I see.
Because of technology, because of terrain, you'll be limited as to what you can pick to sell. Because if your technical support for a particular product is not up to the standard that is required, you will be
setting yourself up for big
issues, the warranty claims and all that. So you have to be careful what you pick.
I see. So maybe I should ask you this way. Amma can answer me. What models do you not have in Ghana?
Several.
A lot.
Right.
Toyota has a
lot of models.
Product line for Toyota
is a lot. We cannot exhaust all the time. For various markets, it's a lot.
Right. So moving on. With oil, Amma spoke about oil boom and all. There are other indicators that stabilize the economy and all the other indicators. How is Toyota Ghana and the rest of the... I know you can't speak for the broader automobile, but how are you positioning yourself for what I would like to describe as a takeoff?
From the oil boom?
Yeah, I mean, our economy. I mean, we can't say that we haven't done well with democracy. So democracy brings stability. So it means that when there is stability, people like to keep their money. They want to invest home. Even local investors want to keep their money here and invest. So in all this climate, it looks like that there's prospect. There's prospect out there. So how is the automobile industry positioning itself to take advantage of all these advances in the economy and
I think that, like you rightly said, we cannot speak for the others. So
For
we can
yours.
say something, yes, for ourselves. One way is listening to the market and providing what they need. So Jerry said we are selling a lot of the Hiluxes, the pickups. And so far, everything we've sold is manual. We sell the manual version, we don't sell the automatic. Now the market needs automatic. Automatic.
Why so?
Automatic. It's
Why is
easier.
automatic ignition becoming very
Truth is that
popular?
if you look at our traffic situation currently, people are switching to automatic now, mainly due to the traffic situation. And also previously, there was a perception that automatics don't last, which was a very false perception.
I see.
Yes, people gradually are coming to terms that, oh, we thought it was so, but now it's not so.
So yeah.
So then people are just now shifting to...
I mean, I have a fascination about manual vehicles that I feel
You want to
that
control.
I want to be in
want to be
charge
masculine.
until the traffic that I stay in to get to work
Yes.
started making me feel pain in my
Yeah.
calves and,
Difficult.
and
That.
feet, and I'm like, I don't think I can continue anymore. So it means that the automatic vehicles
There's a
gaining.
dynamic
Shifting.
shift.
I see.
now.
So is it to suggest that manual ignition is dying in the automobile
Manual
industry?
transmission definitely is not dying. It will still be there. But then you would find that within a certain circle, there would be a switch gradually. It will not die completely. I don't think it will die.
Never.
No.
But
Because it has its own
you're
process
getting
as well.
less and lesser orders for manuals compared to previous years, right?
It depends on the kind of vehicles you're
Okay,
looking at.
okay.
For
All right.
personal passenger vehicles and like saloons, sedans, you find people looking towards more automatic. Now, if you're looking at commercial vehicles, people look more towards manual because the thinking is that you have too many operators on a commercial vehicle, and people have the perception that manuals can last longer when there's varied driving attitude
Right.
compared to an automatic, which is streamlined. The engine, the transmission will decide as and when to engage. Okay.
I see.
So if you have people with different driving attitude controlling automatics, there's a perception that it will not last.
I'm just imagining
to
the way you
manual.
controlling, you have to just shift it to gear. So Amma, let me wrap up with you. Do you foresee that in Ghana there could ever be a time that we will not have home used cars or used cars on our roads?
I don't think so.
Never.
I don't think so.
You don't think that as a country we've reached that stage, or
Not
what?
yet.
Is it an attitude problem?
No.
Will we ever get there?
I don't know when.
This is a difficult
I
question.
don't know when.
It's a difficult question. The truth is that even outside in Europe, in Americas, in Asia, where
People
vehicles are
use
produced,
used cars.
people still use used cars. There's always trading.
Disposable incomes.
Disposable income.
Yeah.
I mean,
Disposable
it really has an issue to do with economy.
First class countries.
Depending on the economy,
And
definitely.
there are lots of accidents cars also coming into the system.
That's very dangerous.
They crash and,
And then they
bring
bring them down
here.
and
we
they get the things
refurb
and
them.
I wouldn't advise it. If you plan to purchase a used vehicle for a reason that it would be difficult to purchase a new vehicle, I would strongly advise you to watch carefully not to purchase an accident vehicle.
All right.
Don't you purchase an accident vehicle. It will not serve you any purpose.
Well, accident vehicles will not serve you any purpose. I wish I can give you that instruction, but I cannot. My name is Stephen Anti, and I'm grateful for your time. Grateful to Jerry Ando Mensah, who is National Sales and Marketing Manager of Toyota Ghana, and Amma Orleans Lindsay, Public Relations Manager of Toyota Ghana. Thanks for staying with us, and join us again tomorrow for another interesting edition of PM Express. Good night.